Halo semuanya, pada kesempatan kali ini kita akan membahas mengenai implementasi hukum Konvensi New York tahun 1973. Konvensi New York tahun 1973 merupakan konvensi tentang pencegahan dan penghukuman terhadap kejahatan terhadap orang-orang yang dilindungi secara internasional, termasuk agen diplomatik, yang terlampir dalam Resolusi Majelis Umum 3166 tanggal 14 Desember tahun 1973. Konvensi ini dilaksanakan di New York, Amerika Serikat pada tahun 1973 sebagai respon atas berbagai kasus pembunuhan dan penculikan yang terjadi pada beberapa diplomat pada tahun 1960-an. Negara-negara peserta konvensi ini mengingat tujuan-tujuan dan prinsip-prinsip Piagam Perserikatan Bangsa-Bangsa mengenai pemeliharaan perdamaian internasional dan pemajuan hubungan-hubungan persahabatan dan kerjasama di antara negara-negara. Menimbang bahwa kejahatan terhadap agen diplomatik dan orang-orang yang dilindungi secara internasional lainnya yang membahayakan keselamatan orang-orang tersebut merupakan ancaman serius terhadap pemeliharaan hubungan internasional yang normal yang diperlukan untuk kerjasama di antara negara-negara.
Adapun kasus yang berhubungan dengan Konvensi New York tahun 1973 yaitu mengenai perlindungan pejabat diplomatik dalam kasus penyerangan duta besar Amerika.
Breaking news, look at these dramatic pictures right here. The U.S. Ambassador to South Korea, Mark Lippert, viciously slashed in a breakfast speech. North Korea is praising the attack as the ambassador recovers in the hospital this morning. ABC's Terry Moran has all the latest. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, George. This was a truly frightening attack, raising real questions about security for American diplomats around the world. An undefended ambassador, the assailant walking right up to him armed with a 10-inch knife and out for blood. It was a very close call.
I'm not sure, and I'm bleeding here. I need an ambulance fast. Get me to the hospital.
This is U.S. Ambassador Mark Lippert, moments after being attacked by a knife-wielding militant Korean nationalist. And this is the man, named by police as Kim Ki-jong, who shouted South and North Korea should be reunified as he lunged at the ambassador, slashing away with this knife before he was wrestled to the ground. Ambassador Lippert, an Iraq War veteran, defended himself from the attack. Lippert was rushed to a hospital where he was treated for deep cuts to his face, his arm, and his hand. He's had 80 stitches. He's in stable condition, and he's expected to remain in the hospital for the next few days. Lippert is close to President Obama, advising him during the 2008 campaign, then moving to the White House to serve on the National Security Council staff before becoming ambassador to South Korea. Tensions between North Korea and South Korea have spiked this week as the U.S. and South Korea conduct annual military exercises, and North Korean media have issued dire threats in response. The attacker was still shouting against those joint exercises as he was led away by police strapped to a gurney.
Ambassador Lippert kept his cool throughout the incident. Shortly after, he was stitched up tweeting, "Doing well and in great spirits." And though North Korea praised this assault as a knife attack of justice, there's no evidence of any involvement there. The real question now, how did a guy with a knife like that get so close? Robin?
And people want the answer to that question, as you know, Terry. Thank you.
Berdasarkan kasus penyerangan duta besar Amerika Serikat yaitu Mark Lippert di Korea Selatan, menurut Konvensi New York tahun 1973, maka dapat diambil kesimpulan bahwa Korea Selatan melakukan pelanggaran terhadap beberapa pasal. Dalam pasal 1 Konvensi New York 1973 dikaitkan dengan kasus penyerangan duta besar Amerika Serikat di Korea Selatan. Dalam pasal 4 Konvensi New York 1973, apabila
Maka, berdasarkan pembahasan sebelumnya, dapat ditarik kesimpulan bahwa berdasarkan kasus penyerangan Duta Besar Amerika Serikat di Korea Selatan menurut Konvensi New York tahun 1973, Korea Selatan melakukan pelanggaran terhadap beberapa pasal, yaitu Pasal 1 tentang orang-orang yang dilindungi menurut hukum internasional, Pasal 2 huruf A tentang jenis kelalaian yang disengaja, dan Pasal 4 tentang kesepakatan para negara untuk saling bekerja sama mencegah kejahatan yang terdapat dalam Pasal 2.